Okay, so today is September 14th, so it's a Monday, and we're still going to use the spelling words that we used last week because we didn't have a spelling test last week, right? We were supposed to, but we had that module test. Remember when we did the test on Friday? So we're going to take a spelling test on our words this week, okay? So I'm going to be sending them out to you so you can study them tonight. So in your planner, you can write study spelling words, and we're going to go ahead and put that up there, okay? So we're going to go ahead and do our high frequency words and our spelling words. So remember, I do, you do, okay? So remember, we're going to echo. Ready? Close.
Close.
Cold.
Cold.
Come.
Come.
Done.
Done.
Fire.
Fire.
Front.
Front.
Life.
Light.
Name.
Name.
Small.
Small.
All right. Times.
Time.
All right, so now we're on our spelling words. Remember, we practiced them already, but we're going to say them again. Bella, hold on to your question. Doze.
Goes.
Oh, hold on. There's Jorge.
I just froze.
Hold on. Jorge's trying to get in. All right, doze.
Goes.
Nose.
Nose.
Use.
Use.
Rose.
Rose.
Remember, I do, you do. So rose. Pole.
Pole.
Morning, Jorge. So we're just doing our spelling words, so you can go ahead and mute yourself, and you're going to echo as I say them, okay? All right. So we're going to do this again. Pole.
Pole.
Close.
Close.
June.
June.
Woke.
Woke.
Rule.
Rule.
Road.
Road.
All right. So did anybody notice something different about one of the words? Harlow?
Road has R-O and R.
Yeah, R-O and R-U. But there's something in particular that I saw. Aaliyah?
The house.
Not the vowels. Christopher?
June.
June. Why do you think June is different from all the others? Christopher?
Because it has a capital.
It has a capital letter. So Mrs. Fullington, when we do the spelling test, guess what Mrs. Fullington's going to look for on June? A capital J, because it's a name. It's a proper noun, right? A proper noun has a name.
What happens if you put the capital?
You get 2 points off.
So you
Okay.
get a 2 minus?
Yeah, from your final grade. So make sure that you capitalize the J when we do our spelling test on Friday. Huh?
What's the A mean for
What is what?
What does A mean for spelling test?
An A, it's 100. It's 100 on a spelling test. Yes.
And it's June is a month.
June is the name of a month, and that's why we're going to capitalize it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and continue with our reading. So we are going to introduce you to, so we're focusing on author's purpose. So Mrs. Fullington's going to, oh wait, I need to be on here, so that way we can, hold on. There it is. Guys, make sure. So I need to go to.
And all of them have a silent E.
They all have a silent E. Good eye. Yep, that's exactly right.
Both these two, number 2 and number 3. Look at June. U
12.
N. There's U N.
Have a seat. You're exactly right. All right. So let me go ahead and find our poster. Oh, there it is. So these are all our posters, but we're going to focus on the one poster. And it is right here. We have touched on it. Yes, we put it in our education galaxy. We have learned it, but we're going to go deeper in understanding it. So here's our poster. It's called Author's Purpose. And it says, why do authors write? They have one of these purposes. It's as easy as pie to remember. So if you notice, P-I-E spells what? Pie. But it also, if you break them apart, it says persuade, inform, or entertain. So persuade means the author tries to persuade the readers to agree or to change their mind to do something. We did this at the beginning. I think the first week of school we did an activity on this. And then it's inform. Remember, inform, the author gives facts and information about a topic. So it's going to teach us something, right? And then entertain. Entertain means that the author writes for readers to enjoy. So it's usually going to be talking about feelings. And then it's also either going to be a funny story or something silly. So I think of entertain, I think of cartoons. How many of y'all watch cartoons? Yeah, a lot of us watch cartoons, right? So that's where the cartoons are from. They are to entertain us, right? They are to entertain us. So I'm going to stop sharing this page.
I watch Cartoon Network.
You know what? I don't think I'm sharing the same thing. There we go. Jorge, can you see this? Nope. Let me see.
Stop sharing and then try to get back in.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do, share it. All right. Now can you see it, Jorge? Okay, so now you can see what we're talking about. Sorry about that, buddy. So, yeah. Hold on. Here it is. There we go. So, author's purpose. It's also, these are some questions you need to ask yourself when you're reading. So it says, how can you figure out the author's purpose? Well, first, you're going to look for clues about the genre. So what kind of story are we going to be reading? So if I'm looking at Clark the Shark, what kind of story would that be?
Entertainment.
It is going to hold, well, we're not talking about author's purpose yet, but what type of story is Clark the Shark? Is it a pretend story or is it a real story?
Pretend.
It's pretend, so it's fictional. Can y'all say fiction? Fiction means that it's a pretend story. So we know for a fact that the genre of Clark the Shark is fiction, right? It's pretend.
And the gingerbread man.
Yeah, that's a fairy tale, right?
Non-fiction is real.
What about Princess and the Frog?
Fiction.
What is it? It's fiction. It's pretend. Can a frog really talk?
No.
No, Miss Fullington would scream if it talked. Just like Tiana when she screamed. Yeah. So that's a pretend story. So the genre for that one is a fairy tale, right? Then you're going to ask yourself questions about what you read and find the answers. You're like, what did I just read? Well, I know that in Princess and the Frog, the characters are what? A frog and a princess, or Tiana, right? So, and then the story, we're talking about, okay, so what is Tiana trying to do in the story?
Trying to put a spell on the frog.
Why is she trying to put it? She's trying to put a spell on the frog?
Because
She's trying to,
she doesn't want the frog to kiss her.
she's trying to break this spell, right?
Yeah.
Because what happened to the frog?
He started talking.
What was he?
He was a prince.
He was a prince that got turned into a frog. So they're trying to solve that problem, right? In the story. Go ahead and put it in the freezer. All right. So that's how you do. So is Princess and the Frog persuade, inform, or entertain?
Entertain.
How did you know that?
Because the author's trying to entertain us because the princess was trying to break the spell and then the author thought of the book.
So it was a funny one, right? It was a funny story. So that's how we know that it's an entertain. Good job, Mackenzie. All right. So with that being said, we're going to read a story together. So I'm going to put our story on here so that Jorge can see it.
Is it Picture Day Perfection?
No, it's something different.
I know
It is something different this time.
I think I know what it is.
All right, so let's see.
It has to be. Nope, it's not. No, it's not. It has to be. Lesson 2.
You have an e-pad? So make sure, where is that supposed to go? That's supposed to be on your knee.
Oh.
Not this one, it's another one. All right, so we're going to build background first. Before we read our story, we always want to make sure that we know what's happening. So we're going to do a genre study. So this is called Many Kinds of Matter, right? So with many kinds, oh no, we are reading another story. Actually, we're reading the orange one. That's what we're reading. We're reading this one. Okay, we haven't done this one yet, have we? All right, so we're going to do this one first. All right, so this is called What's the Matter? Just by looking at this right here, what kind is it? Is it persuade, inform, or entertain? Harlow? So let's look at our poster. You ready to see our poster again? Here's our poster. Persuade means the author tries to persuade the readers to agree or do something or to change our mind. Inform is the author gives facts and information about a topic. Or is it entertain? The author writes for readers to enjoy, or is it a funny story? The middle one, inform?
Yeah.
So let's see if she's right. Let's check. Well, look at the pictures. Is it a real photo of a person, or is this a pretend cartoon photo? It's a real photo. If you look at the photos here, are these real pictures of things?
Yes.
There are. So Harlow, you are exactly right. Plus, it says solid, liquid, and gas kinds of matter. We know that's science, right? And you've been taught that already in Mrs. Lil's class. So we know for a fact that these are facts and information. It's going to tell us, right? Or teach us. So we're going to read this. So that's exactly right. The author's purpose of this book is to inform or to teach us. Okay, so it's the I in pie.
Can you go back to the solid liquids and gas?
Well, we'll read them in just a minute. So we're going to read this. So we're going to listen to it. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. So let me turn up my volume on my other computer so Jorge can hear it too.
Well, you have to. Do you have a laptop? Yes.
All right. So he should be able to hear it, and y'all should be able to hear it. And I'm also going to put my earphones so that way it doesn't echo.
Okay.
All right. Are we listening? All right. So let's see.
Short read. What's the matter? Everything around you is made up of matter. There are 3 kinds of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Look around for different kinds of matter right in your classroom. Use the Kinds of Matter section to figure out what kind of matter each thing is. Can you find all 3 kinds of matter? Which kind of matter did you find the most of?
So let's look at our chart on the next page. Okay. So we know that examples of solids are objects, things that we can hold. Examples of liquids are things that we drink or something that's wet like water or soup. And then examples of gases could be the steam or your breath. So which ones do we see the most in our classroom? Maddox? Solids. We see most solids in this classroom. Good job. All right.
Gas, because there's a lot of gas, but you don't
Can you see it?
No.
So what do we see with our eyes the most? Solids. We see solids the most. All right, let's continue reading. You ready?
Kinds of matter. Solid. A solid's shape does not change. Examples of solids: apple, bike, bat. Liquid. A liquid becomes the shape of its container. Examples of liquids: juice, water, soup. Gas. A gas does not have a shape. It fits all the space in its container. Examples of gases: air. The ball is filled with air. Steam. Your breath. Your breath is a gas too.
So that was a little short read of what's the matter. So this is a little tad bit of what we're going to read tomorrow. Yes.
When I put my crown on, this piece fell off.
Okay, so we'll see about trying to fix it, okay? All right, so what I'm going to have you do is Mrs. Fullington has a story that you're going to read by yourself, and it's called Night Song. So with that being said, Mrs. Fullington is wanting you to go into Seesaw, so I'm going to show you what it's going to look like in Seesaw. So here's Mrs. Fullington's tab. So you're going to go, where are you always going to go? Activities. And here is our author's purpose. So we're going to listen to what our message says here.
Hi guys, this is Miss Fullington.
So today we learned about author's purpose.
Remember that
author's purpose
is
pi.
number pi.
P is to persuade,
which means to change your mind.
I is to
inform.
that
That
means
means
to
to teach you something.
And then E is
And
to
then E is to
entertain.
entertain. So remember, it could be a funny story,
or
it can
be another
be
emotion.
another emotion.
All right, so that's author's purpose. So it says here, first thing you're going to do is click on the link. So if your link does not work, you can come see me, but it should work. It's the circle. So you're going to click on the circle and you're going to read a night song. And then you're going to have to find out. And then 2, it says when you are done, you're going to go back into Seesaw because it's going to take you to a different page. And you're going to go, and 3, it says press to add response. So I'm going to do that. But then it also says on number 4, it says use the T button to fill out the graphic organizer. So it seems here, let me see, that none of our, oh, just certain ones. Let's do all of them. Okay. Save. All right, so when you come in here, you're going to add a response just like you would a sample. So I'm going to be the sample student, just like I would do. Remember we had one of these for Central Idea? With Sheila Ray. Yeah, we did, but this is different. So you're going to tell me the title of the book. Remember the genre. So you're going to tell me if it's a fairy tale or if it's something to teach you something. So you're going to tell me right here. You're going to tell me if it's to inform, to entertain, or to persuade. You're going to check mark it. Okay? And then you're going to decide, after you decide which one it is, you're going to give me 3 evidence. You're going to be a detective. You're going to tell me. So if it is to entertain you, you need to tell me 3 things in the story that was funny. Or if it was to change your mind, to persuade, you're going to tell me 3 ways that they try to change your mind. Or if it's to inform, it's to teach you something, you need to tell me some facts, what they taught you. Okay? Huh? You're going to type it first and then you're going to record it. Okay? So you could do evidence 1. So the first box in evidence. You can tell me, type it, and then you're going to say it. So you could do it that way too. All right. So when you're done, what are you supposed to press?
Miss Franklin,
The check mark. Yes, Jorge?
do you have to record?
No, you don't have to record. You can press the T and type it. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So it is a good story. Miss Fullington found this really fun story over the weekend, and I had to share it with y'all. So I want you to go into Seesaw right now. You may log out, Jorge, and go to your Seesaw, okay? All right. See you later, sweetie. Bye. Have a good day.